Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Oh boy, I think this has gone up again last night. It's got kind of covered in snow. We got a little bit of snow, covered her up a little bit, but wowee, I hope this comes out all right. Still a fair bit of room, I guess, till it gets to the road, but be long gone underneath my bridge by then. Holy crap. Lots of fun. We're here too. It's pretty frozen up though. I guess the water underneath is still going to keep coming, but I don't know, maybe the whole thing's frozen now. That's going to be one big mess when spring actually gets here. Holy crap. Well, maybe after we'll grab our chainsaw or something, see if we can cut a hole in that ice, see what's going on there. I don't know, I don't really want to cut her down too deep, if you know what I mean, because it'll end up whatchamacalliting the chain on my saw, and I don't really want to whatchamacallit the chain on my saw too bad. So, yeah. But anyways, as you can see here, we'll go back out here again. We've got a empty bay. Empty bay. He's gone. No, he's not gone, but he's gone to the doctors. Big tractor's gone to the doctors. I think I kind of know what happened. Let me turn the lights on here so the lights are better. Last fall, I'm trying to remember, I'm pretty darn sure it was last fall. Oh, when was that now? Maybe it wasn't last fall. I can't remember the exact date when we changed the fluid. Hydraulic fluid filters and stuff on that tractor. I can't even remember now if I actually filmed it, because I had filmed it before, I think, in like 2012. And I think I just did it this time. I think it was like last fall or something. I can't really remember. But anyways, it takes like 35 gallon or something to fill the hydraulic system back up on the tractor. And stupid plastic. And anyways, yes, and so filters too, blah blah blah, filter back up. I know I did it because I've still got my empty jugs here. You know, so yeah, I know I got empty containers, so I know I did it. But I thought the other night there, just for fun, let's go. Oh, stupid lens. Hang on a sec. See if I can clean that lens a bit. I don't know if it's much better, but anyways, we'll give her a shot. So yeah, filled her up, of course, last year. New filters, all that crap. Drained her all out, and that was nasty. That was a lunch burp. Sorry, but anyways. Yeah, filled her all up and drove on, you know. And this year, you know, I was starting to have troubles with the hydraulics and stuff on it, right? Weird, okay. I never thought, but the other night I'm like, maybe I should check the fluid. Pretty sure it hasn't been leaking though. The only thing I know that was leaking was if I go to hook up my snowplow or something, sometimes the fittings wouldn't fit on, so I'd have to unscrew the little fitting on the tractor, and then I could shove the fitting on and then tighten the fitting back up. You're losing a little bit there, but you know, I've only done that 4 or 5 times. That's going to be a long way off 30 gallons, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's odd. But anyways, come down, checked her right down to the freaking bottom part of the add mark. I'm like, oh, well, there's your problem, or more than likely. So it wasn't right dry right out, but it was down a lot. So I'm like, that's weird, because you know when you change it, you put like 35 gallons in it. It's a lot of freaking oil. And this is only like, well, 20 liter, 5 gallon. Oh, maybe I'm not right. Okay, maybe I'm a little high on that 30. Maybe it was more like 10. I think it was like 10 gallon. So yeah, okay, that might make a difference. But anyways, because I'm just trying to think. I think I got. I can't remember. I don't have my book with me here either. But anyways, doesn't really matter. So it was right down to the add mark. I'm like, oh, weird. So I thought, okay, well, let's crawl under it and have a look. So I crawled under it, and should have took a shot of it, but the one filter was a little wet, and I know there is a problem there with the housing and those tubes, and I think that's the return tubes. And underneath, under the, like, if you're looking under, you know, you got a tire here and a tire here, and this is all like the belly and the cast, right? Well, there's a couple of pieces of cast that come down. I don't know if I'm getting this right. Casts that come down, and with a couple of bolt holes and stuff for mounting whatever onto it, and it was all sort of wet and drippy there. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And if you looked, you could look further up and in. It wasn't dry. It was nice and dry there and clean and stuff. So I'm like, what the frick is going on here? And looking on the floor here, there's no, you know, really sort of drippy areas. Like, yeah, no, there's a couple of here and there, but like to drip out like a whole pail of oil would be like a frickin' huge puddle. So the only thing I can think is when I'm running it out there, it was dripping out there. When I put it in here and shut it off, the pressure goes down, or, you know, releases, and then it's not dripping. It's only maybe dripping under pressure. So I don't know what it is, if it's a seal or maybe there's a crack in the case. I don't know, no idea. I couldn't get into it that far, so we got her up to, there's a mechanic guy up the road from us. Well, we drove it on Saturday there, 3 of us, and it took us an hour, just over an hour, to drive it. You know, the thing only goes like 23 kilometers an hour, so it's not very fast. And we drove it and dropped it off, and he's looking at her today. I haven't heard nothing, of course, yet, but this guy's been fixing tractors and stuff since like the 60s, apparently, 1960s. And he does it all, I guess, up there. He's got his own farm and everything up there, so he's not fixing tractors for people. He's, you know, farming. He's got like 100 head of cattle up there. This guy's like 76 or 7, still going at her. Apparently he's had tons of health problems, heart attacks and cancer and blah, 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 whatever else, but he's still going, so that's good, I guess. But, so yeah, he's looking at her, because I pretty much can only do so much, you know. I'm not digging internally into a tractor to see what's wrong with it. I'm nowhere near going to touch that, because I'd probably put her together and have extra parts kind of thing, right? So I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. So kind of wish they had maybe taken it to John Deere, you know, specifically, because, you know, if you go for heart surgery, you go to a heart surgeon, right? If you go, you know, blah, 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 you go, you know, so kind of would have, you know, I'm sure this guy's fine. I don't really know anything about him, though, so hopefully he's good, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So now to drive it up there, I did have a little bit of oil left in one of these cans, so I think I put like another like 5-6 liters in it just to get it there. So, and I had a set of filters, so I took them too for him. He's gonna, you know, do all that. So yeah, but that's kind of sort of where that's sitting right now, and hopefully I get her back soon, because I got more calls today for funerals, so gotta get digging again. So I never did try digging with it after I put the fluid topped it back up, but I don't know, it's probably needs a big change now anyways or whatever. I don't know, hopefully it hasn't wrecked something, you know, because it's because I didn't see spots or drips or stuff on the floor. I never thought there was a problem, so I never thought to check my fluid, you know, where, you know, we should probably check it every time you'd maybe change the engine oil, which probably I neglected to do that, but you know what happens. So filling that thing though, what a friggin' nightmare. Holy cow, because you got like the filler neck kind of like this, right? But it's coming up and then it's like into the fender, and the fender's like here. So it's like, how the frig are you supposed to get that in there? So there's just enough room I could get this guy turned. So instead of the fitting being like this, it was more kind of up like that, I guess, kind of thing. So I was able to put my funnel in and fill it that way. But oh yeah, it's pretty stupid. They didn't design that too well, so, but it works, it's fine. So, but yeah, I feel kind of stupid not, you know, checking my fluid, but like I say, I never really expected it to be that far down. So I guess if you don't realize it's leaking, you know, I don't crawl under it every other day too to see what's going on. You know, I just, you know, do my thing, drive on. But that oil is also kind of odd, because you can splotch some on the floor or on the outside there, and it doesn't actually really it'll stain for a bit, but then like within a month or so, it's like evaporated. That sounds better. Yeah, it's like, it's not really oily. It's like, I don't know, it dissolves or something weird. So maybe that's sort of what part of this is. I don't know. Let me think now. There's where the back tires sit. You can see the marks. Okay, back tires. So let's say back tire. Back tire. This is about where I get on it here. So yeah, you know, that spot is a little bit of the drips maybe. But yeah, look how faded there. You can't even see. Like if I dropped like a regular liter of oil, it would probably sit there for years, you know, and this stuff like evaporates and dries off. So there's some empty buckets from another future change. Now I know I've done the little guy we had before 1 or 2 times too. So, but you know, it's not like I haven't been changing my oils and stuff. It's, you know, I didn't realize it was happening, dripping out, leaking out. So it's my bad. But anyways, that's enough flabbling gums today. For that, anyways, I didn't really have anything sort of planned here today, except I wanted to do my door today, and it was supposed to be nice and warm, like 2 or 3 degrees, and it's, we didn't even get to that. It's still like -8 right now, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to tackle that today or not, because I want to kind of do it, but it's a nice warm day that, you know, all my spray foam and stuff will, you know, dry up good and stuff. I don't know if it dries really super too good. That's nice there, I'll tell you. It's like no cold there at all, and then cold, no cold at all. That's super nice, that stuff. I should spray the whole bloody place with that. Too bad it costs so much, but yeah, so I kind of wanted to wait until it sort of warmed up a little bit more, because yeah, it's just a bit too cold, I think, out here, because I want to do some silicone work, and then I got a can of that spray foam too, so when you get her in your wall and you get her all squared and stuff, and you know, with that spray foam stuff, and you put like the low expanding, well, I got it in here. I got a bottle of it, or a can of it in here. And we're supposed to get a big snowstorm, of course, tonight into tomorrow. This is the stuff here, window and door. Insulating foam sealant. So yeah, this you put your straw on, then you go, you know, between the crack, even though there's no crack here, because I think they built this door for this frame, or for the space there. So seals and insulates without blowing, without bowing. Well, that's good. You don't, because sometimes when this stuff first come out, people were using it like around their windows and stuff. Window, let's see a window. Okay, so instead of having like this kind of stuff here, they would have spray foamed it, you know, so then the stuff starts expanding and hardening, and then it's going like this, and then it bowed your windows up, and this way, like this way, and then your windows wouldn't open and close. They're jammed, so it's like, oh crap, so then they had to come out with this low expanding stuff. And that's, well, there's the picture right there of the feller doing it. That's a window, and then there's the door, Dewey. So yeah, you can see the, you know, the door, and then the frame, and then the wood part on your wall. So soft and flexible for expanding and contraction. So that's good. Oh, that too was a problem too with this other stuff, was when it got hot out, you know, it would expand and shrink with cold and stuff. So this is the better stuff, I guess, now. And this stuff, yeah, there you go. See, no bow formula. That's bad. But anyways, this stuff is wicked if you get it on your skin. Avoid, let's see here. Flammable, avoid sources of ignition, open flame, temps above 240 degrees. Pressurized, can may burst, do not puncture or incinerate. Wouldn't that be a neat? Avoid temps above 120, 49 degrees, I guess, for the can. Keep away from children. Oh, don't let your kid play with it, man. Use ventilation and proper respiration protection. Avoid inhalation. Skin contact, yeah, may cause sensitization. Extremely sticky. Protect eyes and skin surfaces. Somewhere it says on here, First aid, can you imagine? Eye flush. Oh, if you got that in your eyes. Oh, that would suck. Flush with water for 15 minutes while it's hardening in your face. Skin, soak in soap and water. Inhalation, remove to fresh air. Indigestion, let's eat some as it expands in your gut. Holy cow, give fluids, do not induce vomiting. Consult a physician, blah, blah, blah. Now, somewhere on here it says, wear gloves. If you don't, it will not come off until it wears off. So you have to basically keep going until your skin falls off, and then you get your hand back. Pretty wicked stuff, but yeah, it is good. But I kind of wish I could have done that today, but I'll wait for a warmer day. You know, I'm not super pressed to do it like right away. It would be nice though, because there goes the heater again, turning on. So much leaks, you know. And around here, I try my best to keep that sealed up, and it's just it's not the best. And under the bottom was just horrible because I got really nothing there, right? Oh, it's just a good fit, and that's about it. So, good old door, but it's probably been here since the building was built. And yeah, so what can you do? So, what are we gonna do today? I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do today. Like I say, I didn't really have anything super planned, so. Hang on, we'll find something, I'm sure. Well, I have no idea on the history of this thing. Nothing at all. I don't know. I know nothing about it. So, I never ran it. I never seen anybody run it before when I've been here. So, I don't know. I don't even know if it runs or if it's got spark or anything. It's got one of those, I think, smaller spark plug holes, so that kind of sucks. But, I don't know. Maybe we'll, let's tear it apart and see what's in here. Be kind of interesting to see. I don't know. I don't know anything about these McCullough products, so let's just have a look-see. Well, I don't know what size of plug this is. Well, that guy right there, I guess. Oh, really? Watch out, I'm breaking this off of here. I gave it a couple of pulls here too, and it seems awful stiff. Oh, it is normal size. Oh, there's good compression there, I'll tell you that one. Tiny little guy though for a plug. That's really weird. Okay, now switch. Probably has one of those switches you just push. Oh no, it does have one there. Okay. It does have spark. It does have spark. Well, let's get ourselves just a little dribble of gasoline here. That's probably more than enough. Let's just see if she'll kick on us, kick for us here. Ooh. Ooh. A weird plug. Champion plug. Okay. Ow. Got potential. Well, I guess that's about it. Didn't really do its thing. Let's just try a few more here. No. Okay. Oh, that primer bulb's hard as nails. That's not coming off. Oh, you dirty thing. That primer bulb's the first squeeze you'd give her. she'd go crunch. That'd be the end of that primer bulb. You might be able to get away with without a primer. Oh, the choke was right on there. That won't help starting out. Oh, that don't help either. Oh well, not a biggie. Fuel lines are rock hard. Wowee. It's got a Zama carburetor on it though. It's interesting. Oh yeah, these are rock hard. Rock hard fuel lines. Oh, that one's broken. Going from primer into the carburetor. Okay, well let's tear down a little bit here. See what we can do inside. I don't have fuel line that small. I don't have fuel line actually, so kind of screwed for that. So we'll just have fun. Not like I need another weed whacker, really. I don't know what year this one is, but it's a 32cc. Very interesting. Guess I gotta loosen this one first, maybe. So, there's a line that broke. Well, that one broke too now. They're pretty brittle fuel lines. Right at the fittings anyways. That's an Oregon line there though, that's interesting. It almost looks like it's been replaced before. Well, there's the carburetor off, that was pretty easy. Interesting. Well, what else we got here? That looks like it comes off when you get the back plate off here. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get this shroud off here. Oh. Holy cow, that was tight. Hopefully they're not all like that. Shroud bolt there. I think I'm going to try to use this guy. Oh. That little Torx bit. And another one here. Yeah, I know nothing about this unit. It was up in the rafters there when I was, you know, doing stuff up there. So I really have no knowledge at all on this thing. Whoa. Wow, it's got like a spring holding the muffler on here. That's pretty crazy. She's definitely had lots of oil running through her. Let's get the muffler off maybe first here. I'm gonna need a pair of somethings. Somethings. So I got to get this thing off of the guy here. There we go. And seriously, is that all that holds this muffler on here? Apparently so. Wowee! No bolts or nothing. Wow, that's odd. But anyways, that's good. That's out. Spring retention wire Dewey. Wow. Okay, well, I guess to get this old fuel tank out of here. Huh. Not too sure if I'm... Looks like I gotta take this whole back plate off. That's probably not gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to see if I can find the right torques. Okay, I think I got the right one here. So that's my little guy here. We'll get him started anyways. It's not the best fit though, it's not the right one. But if I go slow, get this one right out of here. One of those ones that fight you right till the end. Okay, this should actually, when we get all this off of here, this should actually expose the internal parts of the engine a little bit. Come on, you dirty thing. Oh, really? You're gonna strip it on me, aren't you? Oh no, it's actually wrecked my bit. Holy crap. Well, that's frustrating. I don't know if I got another. Ugh. I'm gonna have to look around for some more parts or bits. Okay, so I'm actually getting her here. Just had to kind of reposition her to get more squishing down force on her, right? And it's slotted for torques or like a straight guy. So pretty much got them. Oh, one dirty one here though. Oh. Oh man. Oh. Always one of them, eh? I think we beat them. Yay! Okay, let's get this cover off of here. Get it back up on the bench here. And see, you guys are pretty good there, I guess. This should, I think, come off of here now. And there's your internal parts of your engine there. So let's, oh, and there goes your tank. That's what I was after. Okay, let's get this down off of here. Oh yeah, you can see the gas is all down the bottom here. Yeah, she's all, there it is. Look too bad in there. But yeah, now to get the cylinder off, I kind of want to separate everything here. Looks like I'm gonna have to take all these bolts out, and then that should pull away that, or no, actually these ones here, I guess. So that's going to be a little more disassembly. Those are just rubber bushing buoys. Okay, let's get the engine off the shaft guy here. And that's unfortunately screwed my bit. Pretty much. I don't know if I'd be better with this guy maybe. Or this one's kind of too small. Yeah, I used to have a Torx set there, but it screwed up and broke some bits. I had a lifetime warranty on it, so I took it back. And oh, we don't have the one to replace it. Another one to replace it. I'm like, well, that's not much good, is it? So I ended up not getting anything. They gave me my money back. It's not working. Well, this is going to take a minute. I'll click the camera back on once we get them just about right out. Okay, that was not a fun job, but I think that should separate mostly everything except a couple of electronics, which are sort of there. I just got unhooked. Oh, that one's unhooked. That one's unhooked. And the throttle cable. Okay, that one out of the way. Stupid thing. Okay, so it's kind of neat. We still got our recoil attached. If it had a carburetor on it, it would probably start. Carburetor and a fuel tank, of course. So there's your clutch. It's kind of cool. What else we got in here? I don't know. It's a lot more of them horrible screws. They're not really much fun to try to get out, let me tell you that one. And do I need to get, yeah, I guess this will be the flywheel and stuff under here. I should probably throw this thing back on. It's just plastic though. I'll try to leave her off for now, I guess. Okay. Next. Some more of these horrible screws to try to get this shroud off and the recoil off. Once I get them started with this screwdriver, they seem to come out alright, but slow process. Oh crap. Okay, I got a few more to do here, so I'll pause again for a sec. I'll get the remainder of them out and then we'll pull the shroud off. Okay, I think that's it. Or not. Oh crap. That's not going to be it because I got the clutch in the way here now. How in the frick does that come off? Looks like an Allen key way down in there. Grab my light here. Looks like an Allen key. Yeah, it's an Allen key way down in there. Well, let me grab my set of Allen keys and see if we can wiggle that feller off of there. Okay, haven't had too much luck here, but I did a trick I learned in school. What you do is, whoops, there goes my key. What you do is, well, I just took a piece like stuff like this, put her down, get it really small. Basically roll it up like a cigar, or what have you. And you just keep rolling it the same way. Get it really tight, like that. And then what you do is stuff her down in the spark plug hole as much as you can, get it curled around, and that allows you to stop the piston from turning so you can unturn your Dewey. It worked pretty good. That's the only way you can kind of hold the piston without kind of wrecking it, right? So there's that off. Now we got a clutch here too. And that looks like a special tool because it's threaded on, you dirt bags. How am I going to get that off? I don't know. I got a great big huge pair of channel locks here. Kind of sort of might work. I can get her in the right position. Oh no, that's tight. You go the other way. There she comes. See that little towel in there makes a huge difference. Now we can get our shroud off. I think, but there's wires. It's like ignition wire stuff. How in the frick did they get that on there? Where on earth is that even going? Oh, down to these here, I see. Okay. Well, I'm not exactly sure. There's a bolt here, but I don't want to take it out because that's will make the flywheel explode in my face. But there is a couple little one off. Screwdriver, screwdriver. There we go. Oh, a little collar Dewey. It's in there, I guess. It's good to know. Another huge long shaft for all your clutch and stuff. That's a kind of a cool little feller there. Wow, there we go. Okay, so now the thing is, how the heck do you get your towel back out? Well, that's the fun part. Gotta get my little guys here. My little really needly nose plier guys, and they don't really have grippers on them, so. And there we go. Cleaned her up and everything. And that should spin freely. Okay, so that's cool. What else? I think if I want to get this metal shroud off, I'm going to have to pull the flywheel and stuff. I'm not going to go that far, I don't think. What we might do though is see if we can get the bolts out of for the cylinder here. This is a 32cc, so she's it's quite a bit bigger than what we've kind of been working on. And I'm trying to get this apart where I'm not destroying it, right? I'd like to maybe, you know, get it running again. It probably just needs a little bit of brake line and maybe a primer ball, but I like to get it running as just like a little engine by itself. I don't really want to get her running as like a weed whacker. You know, like I said, I got enough weed whackers. Need to have like a little engine to be able to run on its own in the palm of your hand. But I just want to look inside here and check the rings. There's only a single ring on this one, so seem to have really decent compression. So I honestly don't think there's really a whole lot of hours on this thing. It should. Oh no. Dirty design. I can't get it off because of the metal plate and stuff here. Really? Wow. Yes, I can. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we'll just leave the intake attached there. Let's get rid of some of the garbage. Let's put out a nice clean towel. Now, I wouldn't be expecting this thing to be running today, but what I want to do before I take this all apart is pull this up close to you here while we pull this out so you can see how it works. Whoop, just like that. Oh, that ring's good. Ish. Oh, that's not too good over here though. And that is on the exhaust side. Well, maybe she's had a little more use than I'm thinking. Usually once you start getting a little scoring on her like that though, that's not really what they call as too good. Now the ring's good, it's nice and free. You see the intake side's got a little bit of a score there. Wish it would focus for you. But it's had a little bit running past that ring. That's what this burn is there. And quite a bit past that one. So that's really not too good. I don't like that a whole lot. Doesn't look too bad in there. Ports are nice and open, so that's good. Yeah, that's... I think this thing's had a fair bit of running. Fair bit of running. It's leaked quite a bit past on this exhaust side, a lot right to the bottom of the skirt of the piston, so that's not good. Not really too good. Really heavy duty connecting rod though on it. Just like this bone piece here. Here's this this little guy out of that leaf blower. You know, mind you, they're a lot bigger piston. Not a whole lot, but look at the difference in the beefiness. That's crazy. Crazy. So that's, yeah, I don't know. That could be potentially why this one was retired. There's actually quite a gouge right there. And that actually looks like it's right on the edge of that port. Yeah, that was gouging. Looks like there's a gouge on the piston on each side of this port here, so it's almost like that was too sharp or something. Doesn't look too bad inside here though. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of mess there too, I guess. That could be potentially why it didn't want to start very well when I just put a bit of gas in it. So that unfortunately kind of sucks because, you know, I don't really want to put the time and effort to put her back together now. I think we might have another junker. Probably exactly why it was sitting out there, because it's junk. Sometimes another thing you gotta look for, this one's pretty good, is play in the bearings in here, or this one. you could be, it's not too bad there, that one's good, but unfortunately I think that one is going to be scrap as well. Which I kind of figured it would be, but because it wouldn't start, you know, a little bit of gas like that, it should burn, and then that's it, right? But that's, oh yeah, that's, you can feel that score there, so there'll be lots of wear. I think that ring's actually wore down a fair bit too. If I can get this off without breaking it. We can try to get her installed back in here without breaking it. Try to get her somewhat even. It's actually not too bad. I don't think that ring's wore right out because there's virtually, oh, it's going to be hard for you to see, but right up in there you can see the ring gap is pretty well touching, so that's not super too bad. But it has failed a little bit and let stuff burn past and scored himself up pretty good there, so that's not good. Now, exhaust side, hang on. Line. So you imagine you're just screaming, eh? Probably like 100 times that fast too, right? There's a little bit of a bind there too. Now mind you, this thing probably wouldn't come out that far, but oh well. Another dead soldier. I'm not going to put her back together. She'll be scrap iron. Well, I think maybe we'll pull apart the little carburetor on this guy too. Just to look inside him. Let me just turn my Dewey around so I make sure I got you in a good shot. It's a little bit different carburetor than I'm kind of used to-ish, but oh yeah, these lines are screwed. Oh, she's holding on though, let me tell you. Oh, stupid little line. That's funny, the huge long choke guy here. So, Zama, made in China. That is the diaphragm side, I do believe, here. Well, there's only, usually they got another 2 screws holding them on here. This one doesn't though. Let's see if we can get this loose. Sometimes you can get lucky and interchange carburetors with different machines. Sometimes not. I don't know, they're pretty darn specific per machine, you know, they're pretty much designed for that machine. So, ooh. It's actually quite clean in there, surprisingly. It's actually really good how clean it is in there, surprisingly how long it sat. So, that's the little needle valve in there. See, there's this one had set up for 4 holes. It's full of grime in that one. So let's crack this other side open here. Holy Hannah! Who the heck put that one on? So that's your little needle there for your idle. So if you're idling too low, you screw that in, and there's got a little sharp point thing there that pushes against your throttle and opens it up more. So that's how that sort of works. Kind of sort of works. Yeah, that's pretty clean in there too. Surprisingly, there's a lot of little passages, and yeah, there's some pretty stale smelling old crappy fuel in it, which it might have dissolved through it and ran okay, but it's a pretty basic carburetor, this one. pretty much fixed jet. You can't really change the settings a whole lot on them. Geez, there's not really too much more to disassemble on this guy. Interesting. It's just like your needle and stuff there, and then there's a little valve in there for your fuel, so when it's impulses off the engine, right? No, that's pretty much it on them things. There's not really a whole lot to them, but I'll tell you, those passages are so small. All it takes is one little hair of something to get in there and ruin your whole day. So you really got to make sure your fuel filter in your tank's good. And how's this thing looking? It's pretty grimy there. There's some seepage. It's feeling pretty good though. These things will go hard after a while too. I'm not going to take it apart, I don't think. Oh crap. That went like that. I can tell because of the grime in the hole. Yes. Yeah, those little diaphragmy things in there will go hard, and then your fuel won't pump right or enough. And you might get an engine that'll run really weird, right? Well, that's because it's not getting a good priming of fuel in the carburetor there to keep it running the way it should be. There's a lot of, how would you explain it? Science? Come on, you stupid screw. There's a lot of science, we'll say, going in behind how this all works together, you know. This little hole here will be getting, I threw it out already, but it'll be getting impulses from the engine, from the piston going up and down. And that sends it through into the carburetor here, into the pumper, pumps your fuel, and, you know, basically keeps yourself going. Pretty sweet how it all works together. Let's give this primer bulb a squeeze. Oh, it's actually, oh, you can hear it crunching, eh? It's maybe resurrectable. Usually that'll snap though. Oh well, junk. Well, but the only thing, I'm going to keep out of her is the spark plug. Good for testing. Piston, it's kind of cool. Probably keep the carburetor, you know, just in case, whatever. Sometimes you can use a screw or something off them, whatever. Fuel tank, I think it's okay. I think, anyways. Oh. Somewhere, oh, it's attached to this line here. It's pretty brittle, but it's a little fuel filter in there. It's pretty crubbed up, actually. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably worth hanging on to her if you ever, you know, pretty handy for a little spare or something. Fuel lines, yeah, pretty brittle. Anyways, I guess that's the end of that mess. This is the tank and carburetor. I think it was off that leaf blower. You can see this one, how much better it works. You see it sucking the fuel in and out and priming that carburetor up, right? That's the way they're supposed to spring back. That one's even old. But another fuel tank. What the heck, eh? Well, I was going to go chainsaw some of that ice out there, but I don't think I'm going to, because I don't really want to dip my saw into the gravelly stuff underneath, right, and wreck my chain real fast. I'd be just screwed like instantly. So I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Plus, I cut a hole and it's so shallow there, I'd never be able to get rid of the ice anyways. It would just be basically cutting a square in the ice and that would be it. So it's different if you're in a lake, because, you know, if you're in a lake, you can cut a hole and then push the ice down and underneath the other ice, right? And then you can get rid of it and you can ice fish if you want. Where this is like kind of sort of shallow, there's no point in really messing, trying to get the piece of ice out, because I don't know how thick it is, but it's probably, I bet you it's getting really close to being solid frozen there. So I'm just gonna leave her. Like I say, I don't want to wreck my saw, my chain, all that crap. You know, all it takes is one little rock in there and it just destroys everything. You know, I don't know how deep it is, so the best way to do it would be get some kind of driller machine out there and drill the ice. Which, you know, yeah, I got a driller machine, but I don't really have power out there and dragging the generator out there. I would if I had my big tractor here. I could just throw it on the bucket and drive right through that crap. You know, I got like a 5-6 foot snowbank there I got to get through, and you know, like almost a foot of snow too, right? So yeah, it's not gonna happen. So you don't realize how paralyzed you are without your #1 handy machine, right? It really sucks. That's why I'm really not looking forward to all this snow coming, because, you know, big snow, I throw my big plow on and away to go. No problem, but not this time. I'm gonna have to probably switch over to my blower. Actually, you know what? I should bring my little tractor and put it in this side here. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go fire him up, and at least then he'll be warm when I need to use it. I don't really like starting it up, bringing it around, and shutting it off again, but don't have a choice. So, so we also got a Poulon Pro weed whacker here, which has probably had the same problem. It's probably wore out. Piston rings wore out. Those ones with only one ring, they're freaking crap, let me tell you. It'd be really nice if they told you that when you bought them. This only has one ring in it, sir, one piston ring assembled with it. If you get two, the top one would probably wear out first, but then the bottom one's still got lots of life in it, right? And you'd probably, you know, get another 10 years out of that machine before it's wore out through too. Okay, let's warm it up a little bit. And snowblower's just right there. If I gotta throw it on, it's not a huge, major, big deal, but I want to get this guy in kind of in the warm. Might as well. Nothing else is in there, so. It started kind of weird, didn't it? A little bit weird. Well, I got most of the snow off the feller. Save it all melting and draining all over my floor. I guess I probably should pull that snowblower out and around. I am going to park it in this way, so when it does start to melt, it'll kind of melt and run down the floor to the door here. By the time it gets down here, hopefully it's pretty much evaporated itself. Usually it works. That's why I clean most of her off. So, okay, put that down, put that off. Try to keep some heat in here. Holy cow. So what I think I might do is take my probing bar here. This is a bar that I use. Maybe you wouldn't want to know this, but if you don't know if someone's buried there, you take it and you boom, 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 down until you can feel like a doink on on the top of a vault or something, right? So you'd be, you know, through the dirt, and all of a sudden you'd be like that, right? You'll feel the clunk on it, right? And that tells you that someone's buried there. And hopefully that's not the one that you're supposed to dig in, because then you're screwed. Been there, done that a few more times than I wanted to talk about. But anyways, we're going to shut things down here. I'm going to take this up maybe and try probing the ice. See if I can get through it with this thing. Might work, might not work. I don't know, we'll see. Be very, very quiet. We're going to fall in probably. Now this isn't usually too fun, trying to keep the same line. It's hard to hold it with one hand. Oh, now we're broke through it. So it looks like it's kind of bled up through here again today. When exactly, I don't know. But it's doing it so fast that it's leaving these big air pockets. It's really weird. Really weird. I'm going to try to do it down in here maybe somewhere. I guess like an air pocket in there. It's froze it so fast. Weird. I don't know where I'm going to set you guys up. I might just do it and see if I can get through, because this is probably going to take 2 hands. This is making me extremely, extremely, extremely nervous. It was like starting to bleed up through. I think it's all air pockety stuff, eh? There's like no strength in that kind of stuff. Oh, you can hear it, eh? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I missed. Ooh. It's all fracturing all around here. I'm scared this frig here. I'm pretty much on the edge, but not really. Maybe I'll try to set you up over here or something on this piece of wood. Okay, I don't know if that's got you in the shot or not. Let me just turn this. Gotta get the shot before we die here. Right in the shot. Okay. Let's just see if we're in the shot here. Bit high. There, if it stays there. That'll work. Funny how much air's in it. Oh, hard again now. Definitely all air though. Hard on the hand too. Pretty solid there now. I'm going to take my word for it. I think I'm tempting fate. Well, I don't want to, you know, get wet, so we're going to leave that alone down there. Someone was asking there about a Jeep start. Highly doubt it's going to start. Actually, I know it won't start. What I'm concerned about, so the battery's any good. Battery's probably shot. Wow, surprisingly not. This thing, I got a fuel pump for it, but I highly doubt it's going to start. It takes a bit to pump that fuel up because it seems to seep all back to the tank, right? Now, if I could get in there and throw a shot down the carburetor, it probably would go, but it's not even going to probably fart. If it's not frozen. Let her sit a minute. I don't even smell gas. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I do now. Holy friggin' crap. Now, mind you, that's a long way from starting, but poor thing. Good old technology. We're so incredibly spoiled now with just, you know, the whatchamacallit. Just put the key in and start it. Ugh. That is gonna go though. Holy friggin' crap. Oh, maybe not. Now the choke's stuck on. Holy crap. Ah. I cannot freaking believe that. Holy friggin' crap! That's insane! The thing sat here for like, well, It's like the summertime. No attention to the battery, just sitting there. Holy frig. Sounds like the muffler's off though. It's pretty loud. It's probably why it didn't start too well. I take it for a ride, except I got no air in the one tire and he's fixed. She's hurting. I can't believe that thing actually started. Holy frig. That must tell you how wore out that engine is, because I think a good high compression, normal compression engine probably would have been, and that would have been it. Holy cow, this thing's so wore out. But it started, believe it or not. Wow, that's impressive. Well, it just started to smooth out a little bit. Running on all 6, I guess. I don't know. Sounds better now. It was really gurgly before. It took a little bit to get them all firing again, I guess. A few minutes, the distributor spinning, I guess, clean all the crap out of there, and away she went, so. That sounds like a really sick monster truck. Snappy that way, like, I don't know, it's just wore out. Poor thing. But half the gauges aren't working. I think the battery one's working, so that's good. The fuel pressure, probably about, seems high, but it's still cold. Clock. Fuel gauge can't be right. I don't think I had a full tank in her. And that hasn't come up at all, so I don't think that one's working either. Holy crap, poor thing. She's had a rough life. Yeah, usually when this thing warms up, the oil pressure is down to just above 0 there. So it's actually quite high right now. Being thicker, you know. Oh, she's gurgling there a little bit now. My heat's not working now, so something's messed up in the blower fan. Oh, watch that. That's funny as hell, that is. Push on this Dewey. And it tells you how much gas you got. Yep, that is weird. I don't get that one. So we got just under a quarter tank left, I suppose. That's really wacky. Oh, there, you turn it off and it does it too. I didn't touch any of the wiring there, so I don't know what's going on there. But I can't believe she started. Holy frick. That is pretty insane. Let's see if she'll restart again now. Let's see if she'll restart now. Sort of kind of a little bit crappy, but not too bad. Wow, 1990 this thing is. Old as dirt. Anyways, that is it for today. Not much else going to be happening. Woo, now. But we shall catch you tomorrow. Maybe so. I don't know what we're doing. Sure, we'll find something. And go from there. I do have some mail to read. I'm trying to keep up to my mail stuff here. I've got quite a few letters. If you've been waiting for a mail video, I'm sorry. It's just it takes a long time to get everything all coordinated for that. It's not just like what I normally do is, you know, fire up the camera and away we go. This is, you know, getting a lot of stuff prepared, ready and stuff. But anyways, we'll get to that. I got, I don't know, 7 or 8 letters to do there. And we'll do you a mail day. Not necessarily a Sunday mail day, but a mail day. So, another thing that I'm wanting to tackle soon too is trying to get my old BILLSTMAXX going with the OS21 TM engine in it. It hasn't ran for probably 3 years, maybe. So, I don't know, it might be all scrap and corroded up inside the engine, I don't know. It's probably worth taking the engine off the truck and examining it, tearing it apart, tear it down, have a look at it, make sure it's okay. As far as I remember, I had just rebuilt that engine, put a new piston, a new sleeve in it, broke it in, ran a couple of tanks after break-in was done, and that's like 8 tanks of break-in, and then 1 or 2 tanks after, and that's all it's ran. So it's probably okay, but I know those things, if they sit for a while, they'll start to corrode. It's been downstairs in my basement, may not be too good. So the only thing, I've got to probably get some new fuel for it when we actually go to start it. I'll have to see where I can get some. I know I've got some here, but it's also like 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old, this fuel, so I probably shouldn't even put that in the thing. The nitromethane and the oil will be probably broke down, and then it won't be any good now, so I'll have to see if I can find like a liter of it somewhere. Where, I don't know, because not many places around us have it anymore. I can probably go to the guys in Newmarket or down to Great Hobbies in Mississauga. That'd be a nice little trip someday, wouldn't it? Might be an expensive trip though. Oh geez, I hate going to those stores because they always cost me money. Oh man. But anyways, for you Minecraft fans, yesterday when we went for a little drive, we went to a place called Meaford, Ontario, which is north of me, a little bit west of me, about an hour and a half. There was a liquidation place up there that sells a whole bunch of crap, and I walked in and I seen the Minecraft stuff. I thought this was frickin' pretty cool. Okay, this is like a, you know, pickaxe. I got the pickaxe, I got the axe, I got the shovel, diamond shovel, and the creme de la creme, we got the diamond sword. That's pretty awesome, eh? So I'm gonna make up some kind of backdrop behind me here and kind of, you know, hang these things or something. You know, it'd be kind of sweet to have like a little Minecraft theme backdrop kind of thing. So one of these days we'll get to it. I gotta find something to hang up behind me here, and I don't know what yet, but maybe even a chunk of my banner material I can hang, you know, across kind of thing, and sort of block up this crap you're just looking at back here, and put some kind of backdrop scenery behind us. It'd be kind of cool. So, but anyways, that's it for today. Tomorrow, like I say, I don't know. I'll probably be doing snow and stuff. It's hard to say until I get into it. But if there's something awesome, we'll film it and carry on. So anyways, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.